What's going on, YouTube? It's your host, Bruce GNT, and we're here to talk about Georgia State is pretty much talking about the harmful side of AI. Now, I'm kind of on the fence. People that know me know that I've been kind of against AI. I started using it a little bit more for my own personal nerdy reasons. I understand it. I kind of get it. You know, I don't trust it 100% with anything, especially when it's a new thing. Any rollout of it, especially when we're trying to figure out how to use it properly, there's going to be issues. There's going to be like kinks in it. There's going to be things that we need to figure out and how to navigate it. I understand that. But right now they're talking about how harmful it can be, especially when it comes to children. And we're going to sit down on that. So let's jump in.
Happening now, a state Senate committee hearing on how to keep your kids safe from artificial intelligence and the impacts of social media. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond joining us live from the state capitol. So Sarah, what are lawmakers' main concerns this afternoon?
Well, this is the third time that this Senate committee has met on this, and today they're focusing specifically on the potential harms of artificial intelligence and the use of AI-driven bots, especially as a growing number of children are interacting with those bots in an increasingly personal way.
There's increased engagement.
The meeting comes as children use these chatbots to get personal advice and even emotional support. But research shows these chatbots have given dangerous advice on drugs, alcohol, and self-harm, something Megan Garcia knows too well. Her 14-year-old son took his own life after interacting with a chatbot and aired his suicidal thoughts, to which she says the bot encouraged him to, quote, come home to her.
It is unacceptable that there is a product where a child, or anyone for that matter, can talk about suicide or plan their suicide, and no safety guardrail exists to prevent that individual from taking his or her own life, or at least warning authorities or parents.
Committee Chair State Senator Sally Harrell says the problem with AI has the potential to get so much worse. The goal of this committee is to evaluate online platforms and their impact on children and make formal recommendations for state action to increase safeguards for kids.
We've moved from a play-based childhood to a phone-based childhood. And our kids who should be in this discovery mode instead are in a defense mode.
Now, Garcia is suing Character AI over what she says is a lack of guardrails to protect her son. She says if a human had interacted with her son in the way that this chatbot had, they would be in jail. Live at the state capitol, Sarah.
I completely agree. And like I said, my reservations with AI is that I pretty much treat it like how I treat all things that we as human beings come in contact with that's new. We're going to burn ourselves a whole hell of a lot to figure out how we use it and how we keep ourselves safe while we use it. AI, social media, all those things fit into that realm. It's going to take us a while to really figure out how to use this effectively without burning ourselves. And sadly, there are going to be those that are going to be burned beyond recognition. That young man being one of them. And it's a sad occurrence. The issue with this is, because it's becoming so widespread, we're in the information age, the data age, it is really hard to temper this and find a way to, I guess, control it. Progress is ongoing. It's continuous. You can't do anything about that. The issue here is that what happens when progress gets beyond our scope and we can no longer do anything about it? Because these phones right here, right? These AI chatbots that we have, there's no real way to monitor them, right? Even other social media sites as well. There's no way to truly monitor them 100%. This brings me back to a conversation I had with a friend of mine when he was basically saying, you know, the duty of the parent is to make sure that the child is safe and do everything that they can to ensure that they're protected from certain things. All true. But what do you do when you have another parent that isn't taking those same precautions? You have your child safety measures, right? Parental controls on your AI chat box for your child that's on their phone or whatever have you. That's not stopping the other 10 or 20 kids that don't have that, whose parents either don't know about it or don't care enough about it to invoke that, to put that on their phone. The hard part about this is that there's no real way to really solve for this besides just taking it away entirely. And as we're going further and further into the information age, the data age, it's really hard to do that. Exceedingly hard. It's a sad thing because, I mean, and even besides the whole safety portion, right? The whole communication part of it is scary as well. You have young children interacting with technology and interacting with these chatbots a whole lot more than they interact with their own peers. It's a true thing. A lot of people, a lot of these young kids are suffering from not being able to interact with one another, not even being able to have proper conversation because they're not talking to real people. They're talking to chatbots that are going to tell them exactly what they want to hear when they want to hear it. It's degrading their social skills. But I say all that to say, the harm is already here. The damage is already being done. Now we have to find a way to get ahead of it and figure out, okay, what can we do that's going to fix this? And what can we do that's going to steer children away from using this to harm themselves or others? Because I've used ChatGPT. I use it for more nerdy things, like I said earlier. But if you want to manipulate this AI to tell you what you want to hear, you definitely can. You definitely can. And the fact that young children, even adults, are using this to validate themselves, to find a confidant to talk to, it's a scary thing. It's a truly scary thing. Well, you guys already know the drill. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment down below. Tell me, what do you think can be done to help prevent all these harmful side effects when it comes to AI, and in a bigger scope, social media in itself, because all of it's combined. It's becoming more and more combined, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.